What's up, traders? Welcome back. Today is a spicy day again. Don't forget to smash those like buttons for the new stream. Subscribe if you haven't. Jump in the Discord. Check out Patreon. Let's go. Yo, what's up, traders? We're going to jump into the charts here. We got coins popping off left and right. We got a lot of charts to look at. We have a winner of the clip of the week to announce, but we've got Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Link, .ada, farm trade, killing it. Made live last stream. I can't get these plugged in. Oh my god, I'll do it in a second. Raven, Hot, MATIC, and more. Guys, it is a spicy day. Things have been... The 6-month chart. Rarely looked at, rarely discussed. But I just want to pull it up here. This did not look good. January 21. This was an ugly candle. We had a spinning top. Not really what we wanted. Here we are now with 142 days to go. So into the end of the year. And this is looking much better. We have a wick on the bottom. We can see that came down basically to find support at the yearly open before bouncing higher, trading higher now, 46,500. We are inches away from our long-awaited 48K. So we're going to zoom in. We're going to be doing all kinds of TA, guys. Just sit back, enjoy the stream. We're going to be live. You don't have to watch the whole time, but I do ask if you have to run, go ahead, leave a tab open and idle. Really helps the stream, along with likes and subscribes while we're live. Smash those buttons. Appreciated. They really do make a difference. We're seeing it in the analytics. Hype is returning to the space, and now is really the best time. So quarterly zoomed in, 35,000 below us as our support target, as we've said over and over again. 58.8 above us, not really too much there. But with this recent price action, I know 48 has been our target. But while some negative things could happen when we get there, the chart's looking good, and, well, it's not impossible that we just keep going. 58.8 above us would be the implied value here on the quarterly, so keep your eyes peeled. As we have one more quarter to go in this year, Q3 will be ending in 50 days. A close above 58.8 sets up the end of the year for, well, a classic crypto explosion, let's say. Almost there. On the monthly, pretty much the same dealio. These candles are looking solid. That closed last month, bringing everything into picture. Bring it into the picture. Not too much on the monthly either. So I'm trying to zoom in till I get to what I want to talk about here. Holding the 20. Here we go. So on the weekly, we're able to see this. Holding the 20. Weekly resistance above us, 49.1. Looks like that's in the cards to be tested as the 45.2 level we're looking forward to the close of this week is holding strong. Let's place that on our chart here quick. Boom. There we go. Last week we can see it tested as resistance, closed below the 20 weekly, very threatening. However, this weekly opening above, now trading above last week's high and well above that support level. That would be my close target. We got the 20, we got the 200 daily. Let's take this level. Let's take this support level, let's lock it in, and let's aim for 49.1. This is really, really spicy. So what I want to get into today a little bit here, something maybe Carl the Moon, you maybe have heard Carl the Moon yell about this, hash ribbons. I've looked into this, I haven't gotten 100% understanding, but I'm learning as well, and here's my take on this. This should be an indicator unique to Bitcoin, as it's not necessarily looking at prices, it's looking at the hash rate. It's looking at how much mining is being done. Patrons had a sneak peek of this, got an early warning, but now I think we're in the clear to share this with everyone. If we look here, what this suggests is that hash rate or miners are actually doing less work. That lines up really well with China's mining ban. I think in hindsight, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I think in hindsight, we're going to look back and say, man, this dip really was just those miners moving out, and virtually the minute that they got resituated, things were back. Things were back in place. Ooh, gotta get these tunes on. They are on, they're just here. Miners back, resettled, and well, we're seeing hash rate rise again. What's interesting about this is that long have we discussed a correlation between mining work and price, and this is an argument for it. So if we zoom out on this chart here, we're not going to spend a ton of time, but I just want to get this shape. This shape is actually historically a really good signal. So we can see back here, this is 2018. We can see that same kind of drop boogery shape. I don't know what to call it. A shoehorn, a pipe. Maybe it's a pipe. And smoke coming out. Now, this isn't for day-to-day trading, but what this is really good at historically is spotting bottoms. Now, if we look at the price chart, we'll see that price tends to go a little lower. Doesn't necessarily rocket from there. We see that happening here in the 7th. Still dropped. This is back in 2018. Still dropped a little bit back to that 200 weekly. However, consistently when we see this buy signal, we tend to see that price had bottomed out. So I will say, though, we are not out of danger yet. We need to get past this 48K level. Really, a close above 49, maybe even 50 would make me very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. But we're getting a lot of agreeing indications. Hash ribbons now. Something that you do need to know about these hash ribbons is they are essentially moving averages for hash rate. So while it does say buy here, guys, this is excellent. If it repeats the price action that we saw at the bottom in 2018, what we might expect is some slightly lower, slight lower prices, though we haven't seen it yet. This chart is not showing me it yet, but it wouldn't be out of the norm. Just something to keep an eye on, that it's not this flashes and then you buy and it goes up. It's not how it works. Typically, this is we're live here. Let's zoom out to the daily. I could not ask for more. I could not ask for more on this daily. Look at this. We don't need these arrows anymore. So, could not ask for more. Look at what happened. We had a daily consolidation right at our logarithmic descending high trend. This was the threat. This was the shakeout. This was the area that the market said, go ahead and doubt this rally, right? We saw it close back beneath, but what happened and what we pointed out in the live stream last time, 44.6. That was our daily resistance, and we said, hey, if we do see selling, we may find this as support. Yesterday's candle, you'll never guess. Exactly as predicted. Exactly as predicted. I don't know. We saw our ascending, potential broadening bottom play out here, right? We talked about that the last stream. We saw price break through that wedge, reject from the logarithmic high trend just to back test the trend. We go back and watch this. This is what we were waiting for. This is what we wanted to see, and we got it. Support held, higher low, and now we're outside. We're outside of the wedge, and on top of that, we're creating daily resistances, and then we're moving above them, back testing them, bouncing, setting higher highs. I can't ask for anything more. This is wild. It's wild to think that this market was sold on bearishness not a month ago. And now to see price action like this, welcome to Bitcoin. If this is your first ride, strap in. This is Bitcoin. When things look the worst is when, man, I'm excited. I'm pumped. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm very happy. This back test here, amazing. And if we take a look here at what's going on today, you're going to notice something similar. We have done the exact same move. What this right here, these 3 candles on the daily, this is called a 3 candle long setup, something like that. Essentially what it is a long green candle, a failed bearish engulf candle afterwards, followed by breaking that resistance. We saw that right here. Breaking that resistance, moving up, and now we may have it again. Look at this, 46.2. We have the same setup. Long green. I can't make my arrow straight today. Long green. Failed bearish engulf, and back-tested support. Resistance as support. Now we have it again. So our goal today, close above 46.2. That would be A literal repeat of what we just saw. Be amazing. That might suggest that 46,285 again. Maybe we see this. If it plays out the same way, I'm not even going to use these arrows. I'm just going to copy the pattern. There we go. Let's do something like this. This is what it would look like if we just copy it. Unlikely to play out exactly the same, as nothing really ever does. There we go. Just like that. If we repeat the price action again, we're going to be looking at something like this. Guess where that puts us? Our 48 range. Now, weekly momentum. Here, this is really all we're going to look at on the weekly. Weekly momentum still in good condition. As I said before, I want to see this continue to move up. We've seen too many of these these tiny candles in the opposite direction when it comes to momentum just to be sold right back off. So, interesting there. Interesting. All right. This is kind of cool. Didn't even plan on talking about this. Didn't even see it. So on the 12-hour, we actually have a golden cross. We actually have a golden cross. This is actually something I'm going to be skeptical about. Pay attention here. The 250 moving averages on the 12-hour, looking to golden cross. However, on this channel, we have a very different view of moving averages and how they interact. And what is not super great, in my opinion, here is the 200 trending down while the 100 comes up. We would typically not have high confidence in this being a bullish signal. The rest of the market, the trend, may be giving us confidence, but these moving averages, not as much here. And what I do like is we don't have that issue as we see a second cross below us of the 20 and 100. Hopefully that is enough. Hopefully that's enough there. I'm skeptical of the 5,200, but that 120 actually look decent. Oh, that's actually the... We said this is the strongest chart in crypto right now. Other people probably disagreed. Something about it spoke to me, guys. We had $1.30. This was our major price point. We've been talking about it forever. ADA has consolidated around this price point for months. For months. It reached that in early March, just seemingly leaving this price point in August. Wild. Dude, just wild. $1.90. Who thinks we can hit $2 today on ADA? I think we could. I think we can. Let's look at this chart, though, and like it. But that $1.31, it wasn't just made up. It wasn't just pulled out of thin air. This was our monthly resistance back in February and March. Broke through it, traded above it, came back to it. And on July's close, we saw a close above 131, and to me, that spoke volumes. This is the trade setup. I think I'd even talked about this in a bunch of streams before. This is the trade setup everyone should be looking for. You should be looking for back tests of monthly resistance as support. If they hold, you have yourself a beautiful position. Right here,